everybody, welcome back to more Let's Play Higurashi When They Cry. And I completely forgot to save throughout all of that because I was just so engrossed in the actual Let's Play. So we're just gonna save from slot 3 and onward. Oh man. It really does feel good to be back, I'm not gonna lie. My gosh. Don't tell me I ended right before the logo came on screen. Hello, logo. My old friend. It's been a while since I've seen you. I can't believe I ended right before a scene transition. We have received new tips! Okay. It's time to talk about this game. Unlike Yumineko When They Cry, where they had the tip be its own little, like, after chapter, all the tips in here are given sporadically throughout the game. If you never read the tips, you are going to be missing stories, so we are going to be going over all the tips as we get them. So we're going to talk about the mixed grades and the uniforms. So, tips kind of fill in the gaps that, I guess, 07... Oh, I'm sorry. Keiichi and Rena are actually the same age. It'd be weird if we're the same age, but not the same zodiac animal. Interesting. Anyways, there are parts where 07 adds in a little bit of information from time to time. And I don't know why he did it in this way, where he's like, ah yes, you can get all the background info on these little tips. They're not background info. These tips are actually sometimes very plot important. So, I don't know. Okay, so Rena was born in July. July is the 7th month of the year. Again, her being a little bit interesting with the 07th expansion and her name. Don't even. It's impossible to challenge me by birthdays. Oh, is she gonna try and guess his birthday? She doesn't have much allowance left this month. I never got allowances, I just never had money. I just went to school, ate the lunch there, came home, did my homework, went to bed. It's kinda like work now. Except I have to pay for stuff. Okay, so he's in April, so he is younger. Wait. No. If he was born in April, then he's younger than Rena. Unless he was born in April the next year. So, Mion and Keiichi are actually the same age. They don't ever actually give me an official age. If you're into upperclassmen, then I can be an upperclassman from now on. Oh, Rena, you can't play ignorant the entire time. Yes, they're underclassmen. They're just so different. They should be in another school. Stop it. But yeah, it's like these plot important portions, or at the very least, nice little plot points are just like, oh yeah, they're just tips. You can see them if you want. Why not just include them into the actual visual novel? Thankfully, he did this in Human Echo, he didn't have tips until the end, and even then, they were like after chapter stuff. So, I don't know. There aren't enough classrooms, can't help it, this building's being rented from the Forestry Service after all. I did mention earlier that they are all just different in terms of, like, their school. Turns out that that wasn't a norm either. The schoolyard's gravel, so... Okay, yeah, the schoolyard's gravel. There are rooms for that aren't classes. There are just strange sort of construction parked here. Man, could you imagine that at your school? I'm certain that some of you have actually even had that, where you're just like, yeah, there's just construction parked out here. There's no playground. It's just literally gravel. Dilapidated? I actually do not know that word. I'd imagine it's just super old. Did you know there's a school if you pass by the... Alright, here we go. Okinomiya.
Okinomiya.
Okinomiya. Or... Hold on. Is it Ukinomiya? No, it's Okinomiya. Sorry, I'm trying to think of Japanese pronunciations. So, I guess because they didn't want their kids to commute to an entirely different city to go to school, they ended up renting out a building to do school here. I mean, possibly. But if you study, you can go anywhere you want. That is true. Depending on material and how you study, you can essentially do things you possibly couldn't have. This song is really starting to get on me. I'm starting to like this song a little bit. Not as much as the original song. Man, I miss the original song. I don't know why they changed it. It feels so weird that they changed it. I don't know why. Your future is bleak with these grades. I'll just mooch off Keiichi as he works forever. Ooh, we got in trouble with the teacher. Thanks, Satsuko. And so yeah, that was just one tip. We're already 8 minutes in. Like, my gosh. We don't have school uniforms, huh? Let's try that one. That's not what I imagine Higurashi chirping. Whenever I hear cicadas, I don't think Mimi. I think of whatever sound is being played right here. Like, these straight up sound like cicadas. Summer, I do declare. I do have a problem with the game just repeating sound effects. And it's like, yeah, this is just music. Don't worry about it. The skirt you're wearing looks like it would be much cooler. More shade, I guess. It gets steamy. Let's not talk about steamy crotches. Please, no. Please, no. Your imaginary world is just no. I do wish my summer clothes were as breezy as Rena's. I mean, I actually can't see your legs, so yeah, you possibly just have a long, long skirt, like reaching all the way to the bottom. I doubt that, but at least I can see the bottom of Rena's skirt, so she at least does have. Well, no, if you're talking about shade, then leaving the legs exposed to the sun will heat them up. But if you're talking about. Okay, it's weird. Hold on. Your summer clothes are cute and all. Okay, so I guess these aren't their summer clothes, quote unquote. They're just, their clothes for the school. So wait, are they talking about these clothes or the other clothes? They're talking about summer clothes. They're talking about the summer clothes in terms of school uniforms? I'm not sure. In terms of school uniforms, I don't know if the short skirt would be warmer or cooler. People who wear skirts, can you tell me in the comments, in June or whichever summer where it's scorching hot, is it better to have a long dress, jeans, or a short skirt? Because in my opinion, if you have a long dress, you could have shade, but I also know how it feels like to be wrapped up in a blanket and, then you just start sweating and that's just irritating. But when you're out and when you have a short skirt, then you could possibly just have the sun just beat its heat down on your legs. And then since I wear jeans, I know that if you have jeans, sometimes it can get hot, it can get stuffy. It just depends on what you wear. Everyone in our group is wearing different uniforms. So Mion supplied them, huh? I guess that makes sense. If you, based on my knowledge, which is nothing, but based on what I've seen, whenever I think of Japanese school uniforms, I think more of Rena's uniform. The single light white shirt with a certain color, usually appropriated by the school itself. So, in this case, blue, but, in other cases, maybe yellow, or maybe orange, or pink. That's what I think of when I think of a Japanese school uniform. Nothing like, Satoko's uniform. Satoko's uniform is, there's no two parts, it's just one big part, and it's a little bit odd. I don't think of that as being a normal school uniform. Because if that was a school uniform, I'd be a little bit annoyed. I could not imagine just having a one piece from top all the way down to my legs, or possibly my knees, depending on where that ends. I like multiple pieces of clothing. On the plus side, though, if you just have a one fit, then is it a onesie or a one fit? If you just have a one fit, it does save time on laundry if you're doing it manually, or at the very least, it can help on laundry in terms of folding clothes and time. So pick your poison, I guess. The other two school uniforms that we saw in this chapter are both Mion and Rika's, and those are both different too. Although I don't have them in front of me, so I can't make a judgment on them. So, after 15 minutes, we finally get out of the tips. I'm not joking. I don't know why he did it like this. I could save, but I saved in the last video, so whatever. Just gonna continue. Today was the day Rena and Mion were gonna show me around Hinamizawa. Finally, we can get some interesting... Okay. Their clothing is widely different. This is their casual clothing. Rena is wearing a dress with a giant purple bow and some weird hat. And Mion, on the other hand, is just wearing super casual clothes with a jacket tied? I actually do want to show this off, but if we go into the original version, there's something I want to show. We go to the original sprites. Mion has a gun! Yeah, Mion just has a fucking gun! It's, yeah, it's something. Let's go back. People are wondering why I'm a little bit finicky with the controls. I'm actually using my controller to move the mouse. But yeah, Mion just has a fucking gun. I also noticed her jeans changed color in the new one. They're now black instead of blue. As for Rena, I don't know why if it's a dress, it literally just cuts down the middle, like past her legs. I understand they do that for mobility, but usually with a dress they don't do that, so that's a very unique set of clothing. And now she has a one fit. And it's like, I can't do a one fit. There has to be separation between my actual shirt and my jeans or whatever pants I'm wearing. I can't get the idea of a one fit. It's just not for me. Oh, the last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting. Day in the Life of? How old is that? I know this is taking place in the 80s, so 07 had to look back as to what shows were playing back then, but even still, man. Oh, it was nothing. Can you take responsibility? I'm guessing in terms of food, because they're talking about going all out. Ooh. Wow, 2 kilos. Holy crap. That means nothing to me, but I'm certain 2 kilos are a lot. Five kilos? I mean, I know that teenage guys have a high metabolism and they're just always hungry. I know because I was one. All of it needs to be eaten. Oh. Well, we're gonna continue this leisurely stroll in the next episode. This has been One Crazy Fox 1. These two are doomed. With 5 kilos of food? Nah. Not even I could eat that much. That's way too much. But that about does it for this episode. My name is One Crazy Fox 1. Thank you guys for watching. So until then, guys, I will see you guys Then,